Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Grammy Award-winning singer and songwriter Alicia Keys is coming out with an autobiographical book called More Myself, which will be released on March 31st. Now, in this book, she will reflect on her life experiences that gave her permission to be more herself. Now, she was very candid in this book and recently dropped a few excerpts before the book's release. We'll get into that in a second. Now, we all know Alicia Keys as the singer, songwriter, pianist, actress, mother, and wife, but this book is going to give you a deeper look into who Alicia Keys really is. Now, one excerpt from the book that really stuck out for me is the fact that she questioned having her second child, Genesis, with her husband, legendary hip-hop producer Swizz Beatz. Now, when Alicia Keys found out she was pregnant, she was already 4 months into the pregnancy and working on her 6th album entitled Here. Another thing that was new was that her husband had just gotten into Harvard Business School. Now, she went to the doctor and she told the doctor, "I just wasn't ready for this." She explained to her physician that this is the worst time ever. "I'm working on my next album. My husband just got into Harvard Business School and I've been drinking a lot." She states that she left the office feeling torn. Now, Swizz had already had kids previous and they had a 4-year-old son together, so she really wasn't in a rush to be a mother again. She said at the time of her life, music was her main focus. "The music I was creating felt more important and urgent than just about everything. I'd have to put off its release for at least a year if I chose to have the baby." Now, she says that a song that she wrote with her husband helped her to decide what was best for her. She said, "While I was struggling over my choices, I went into the studio one evening and began listening to More Than We Know." Now, this is a song that she and Swizz both wrote, and she said the lyrics are about how we're capable of so much more than we could ever imagine. She said that her eyes filled up with tears. "How could I ever take away the potential for this beautiful child? This light that could touch others in ways I couldn't even dream of. For me, the song was a powerful message that I should go on with pregnancy." And let me just say this, a lot of times people idolize these celebrities not really knowing that they're real people going through real issues just like the rest of us. Just because they have money and the fame doesn't mean that they're not hit with real life problems. And I guess that sometimes having a kid can be just as big of an adjustment to them as it is to us. Now, the crazy part about it is that Alicia Keys didn't understand this full circle until she had this conversation with her mother. The crazy part about it is that her mother actually contemplated going through her pregnancy with Alicia Keys. So had she not gone through her pregnancy with Alicia, we would not have Alicia Keys here today. She says, "It wasn't until writing this that I realized, oh shit, she chose me, even through all the difficulties." Now, the thing is, Alicia Keys' mother raised her on her own after suddenly becoming pregnant following a brief relationship with Alicia Keys' father. She said, "How would she ever know what I was brought here to do? In a way, we are parallel, but I didn't even know that." She continues on to say there's all of these other sides within us. Maybe people don't really ever know you until they can see under all of those layers. Now, the couple did go on to have Genesis. They have 2 kids together, 5 kids total, and they seem to be a happy family. Now, a lot of people are questioning whether Alicia Keys should have put this information out, knowing her son would read it later on down the line. I'm thinking these people in Hollywood, honey, they keep it real. They tell their children everything. I don't really see anything wrong with it. Now, it's crazy to really think about how many of these celebrities actually terminate their pregnancies for their careers. Now, I remember everyone was telling Cardi B she was done for getting pregnant right at the height of her career. She had just taken off. Bodak Yellow was just topping the charts. She had a highly anticipated album coming out, and then sis ends up pregnant. But guess what? She didn't stop. She was still working and twerking and hitting those stages and still making her money. And now she has Culture, who she's absolutely crazy about. I know she wouldn't take that back for anything in the world. And I'm sure there's a lot of celebrities back in the day that did terminate pregnancies for their careers, and now their careers are probably in the toilet and they don't have any kids or anything to pass any type of legacies on down to. So I'm glad Alicia Keys made her decision. I'm also glad that Cardi B made her decision. Kids are placed here for a reason, and as parents, we're obviously here to take care of them. Now, another parent who recently brought their parenting and their parenting skills to the forefront was comedian Monique. Monique recently took to David Banner's podcast, revealing that her son will be 30 years old this year, and he was initially hurt that Monique put her career ahead of being a mother. Take a listen to this.
There was a time, and I have a son that will be 30 years old this year, right? And there was a time that when he was a little boy, I wasn't interested in being a mother. I was interested in being a star. And I was interested in being famous. And I wasn't interested in being a wife. I was interested in taking pictures and red carpets and signing autographs and traveling the world. So I didn't really put the focus in. And now that I'm 52 and he'll be 30, well, I pay for that. There's a price you have to pay for that. And I had to apologize to my son because I said to him, I don't want you to think that your story is not valid because I didn't tuck you in. I didn't read you those stories. I didn't show up at sporting events because my whole thing was, yeah, but whatever you ask for, I can provide it. You see this big house? You see that basketball court out back? You see that pool? Don't you come complaining to me about nothing because I gotta go. And when I did come home, now I'm tired. So now you don't understand that? So there was a time that this entertainment was the priority because as a little girl, I wanted to be famous, baby. When I saw the Jacksons and I saw how the people were screaming, holler, oh my God, David, I craved that so bad. And I wanted to be dressed up pretty. I like pretty shit. I wanted to be dressed up in pretty things. So when that moment happened, that's all that it was. And
let me ask you a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Were you let down when you finally received that moment?
No. Oh, baby, no, I lived in it. Let me tell you something. Oh, baby, I lived in it. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? It was a party every day. Oh, baby, my passport, I was in the Bahamas. Oh, I was doing shit. I lived in it because it was everything I thought it was going to be. It was. I didn't know the business part of it so much.
Now, my heart actually breaks for Monique's son just for the simple fact that Monique's heart still seems to light up more for the fame in her husband than it does for her actual son. Now, I had a friend who worked in the airport in Charlotte with Monique's son, and she said that nobody believed that he was Monique's son, and a lot of people questioned, why in the world are you working in the airport if your mom is Monique? And he revealed way back then, I want to say this was maybe 5 years ago, he revealed way back then that they were just not that close, and she put her career ahead of him, and he was actually hurt by it. So I'm hoping that between now and then, their relationship has gotten a lot stronger, because honestly, even with him now getting ready to be in his 30s, those type of situations of rejection will hurt him in the future with his women in the future. So I'm just honestly hoping that they were able to rekindle, and he was possibly able to go to some type of counseling because of this. Like I told y'all, we're giving our kids as a blessing. It's up to us to decide how we handle that blessing. Some people terminate because they say, hey, I can't deal with this. My career is here. My family is here. My man is here. I just can't deal with it. And then some people go on to have kids and end up messing up their kids, still putting their career and their man in front of their children. Like, I just can't deal, honey. I can't deal. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about Alicia Keys' book coming out and her revealing the fact that she did not want to have her son at first because she wanted to put her career first? Secondly, what do you think about Monique revealing that her son was not first and foremost in her life, her career was, and she had to ask him for forgiveness later on? Tell me what you think about these situations, and you know how we do. We'll talk about it down below. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Now, before I end this video, I want to tell you about a company called Ash Kicking. Now, you know your girl Chronicles would not promote a company without doing one of those thorough Chronicle Speaks investigations, honey, and Ash Kicking definitely passed the test. Y'all make sure to check out ashkicking.com for one of the best 100% natural home fragrance and beauty products, honey, and use my code Chronicles at checkout for an extra 15% off just for you. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new episodes.